Hello. Hello. Welcome to the show. I have no idea if anyone's going to come hang right now, but it's a moment. We're having a moment in the space. VFriends is pretty quiet right now. We're looking forward to the Avastars minting tomorrow, but Fame Ladies just went to zero because of some pretty serious, scandalous deception. And, for a lot of people, what I'm seeing is like, this is their first rug pull. It's my first rug pull as well. And, I'm amazed at how quickly people are trying to make the lemonade. And the community is extremely promising. Like, we're already talking about actually finding female leaders to jump in and steer this ship and create something new, and possibly taking a fuck render approach like there was today with the crystals, and like you burn a Fame Lady to get whatever the new project is. I don't know if that'll happen or not. And regardless of what happens, it's bringing up a lot of important conversation, a lot of important challenges, I guess, for any community, and that's fascinating in and of itself. But at the same time, you've got real people who are holding the bag on this, and some more invested than others. And so I was just up and I was checking this out on Twitter, and I thought I might as well come on live and see if anybody wanted to hang. Oh, what's up, everybody? Hey, Julie Sue. Hey, Blockchain Queen and Cynical Cat. I'm pretty good. I've been feeling some stress in the NFT space, and what I mean is, it's like a bombardment, the way that there's like new projects going on, and then you like hear a whisper of something, and then like a week later it's worth like $10,000. That's an exaggeration, but it's worth like $3,000, and you're like, oh my God, I wish I had done that. I could have done that, and you can know analytically that it's not useful to like focus on what you could have done, but it doesn't change the fact that you sense it as it is, and there are certain things that bring you back to that moment where you made one decision instead of another. Like, Jen, I'm talking about my relative stress to the idea of flipping. Like, there's a lot of emotional things that I wasn't anticipating going into this flip challenge that I want to talk about, but it's hard to like organize my thoughts about. And like my mood and my tone is on the back of this news that Fame Lady Squad. And I don't want to say this definitively, like this is still a bit of hearsay. Yeah, the thing about burning. So I haven't personally reviewed the evidence. I don't know all of the details and the facts, but I did just spend an hour in a Twitter space listening to women discussing the issues. And the basic story is that there's a project called Queenship, or a person, a profile called Queenship, that was communicating and telling the world that they were 3 Black women creating this female-led project. And then it was revealed that they're actually 2 Russian men or 3 Russian men. And how that happened, I don't know exactly, but you can find the receipts on Twitter. And apparently the devs for that project are the same devs for Fame Lady Squad. And so in a very short amount of time, as the floor on Flame Ladies was steadily rising over the last week, it dropped out from like 0.1 to 0.01. And there's still a lot of reckoning to be had. You know, I think her name is Daenerys. She's one of like the leads on Fame Ladies. She's denied it. But then there was meant to be a live stream of some kind for announcements on Fame Ladies that was scheduled. And then this news came out and then they canceled the live stream, which is like a really bad look, because it's like the easiest way to debunk this rumor is to show your face and prove that you're women. And you know, not to say that like a man can't make a project that features women, but that's not what happened here. A man pretended to be a woman and created a project featuring women, saying they were a woman or saying they were women. So like, if that seems to definitely be the case for Queen whatever. And because the dev teams are the same, again, I don't have all the receipts on this. This is all hearsay based on what I've caught on Twitter in the last couple of hours. But it seems that has also happened with Fame Ladies. And so already the Fame Lady community has created a separate Discord. And if you want to join that Discord, please like let me know. I can drop a link to it. But it's really difficult for various reasons. You know, you have the financial difficulty that people have invested into this project, and you know, they saw the floor go up and then go down, and it was starting to recover, and then suddenly it's completely fallen out. The rug's been pulled. Some people probably have multiple Ethereums invested in this project that they're not going to get back. Presumably, you know, like something could always come out of it in the long run. But if this is really the case, I mean, that's a huge break in trust that I'm not sure that they can come back from. But like I was saying, so the community of Fame Ladies and the art of Fame Ladies still stands as it is. You know, then the community is really strong, and it was actually Board Becky, who is a V-friend and an active member of the Bored Ape community, who's invested in Fame Ladies and started a Discord called Ladies Unite. And they're just like, they're creating a space to like process all of this pain, you know, from being deceived, and you know, the like future reckoning of what this means financially, but also to like plan what can we do now. Like, can we find female leaders to take over the project? Can the contract for the tokens like be transferred? Can it be utilized in some other way? Can we make lemonade essentially? And so that's what you walked in on, Jen, which was today there was a drop called the Fuck Render Crystals. Fuck Render is a influential, established artist in the NFT space. If you don't know, their work goes back to Nifty Gateway days. They've sold high value pieces. They're in the community. They're established. They did this Fuck Render crystal drop where you could buy the crystals, or if you had specific artworks of theirs, you could burn that artwork and get 2 crystals. So what someone suggested was, whatever the project that they create, that it should benefit FLS holders, Fame Lady Squad holders. And whether that's some kind of airdrop or otherwise, you know, wanting to give the value back to those people, because those people are holding the bag. And they've also believed in this community. They've been there for the last few weeks as this project has developed. And someone suggested taking that model to burn your Fame Lady in order to get whatever the new token is, in the same way that Punks Comics has done for their DAO token and other, like, I don't know that it's relatively simple, but there is a common enough way to direct a contract to burn a token and provide another. And so that's what it is. Corso just dropped the link to the Discord. I believe I got the name right, Ladies Unite. And I actually didn't come on to talk about this, but it's just like the context of where my head is at right now. And, clearly some folks didn't know about it yet, which makes sense. It literally just happened in the last 12 hours. So, it's a sad day, it's a sad thing to happen. But like I said, the community is trying to make lemonade, and I think that's really interesting. And it brings up a lot of questions about anonymity as well. Anonymity is a huge pillar of decentralization and of crypto blockchain. It's like there's a certain amount of power. I'm not sure I have a fully formed opinion on it, because obviously I'm not participating in the anonymous thing, but at the same time, like, I'm not putting out my address, I'm not really putting out my phone number. You could probably find my phone number pretty easily if you wanted to, but my address, hopefully not so much. But there are other reasons to desire anonymity. And if you look at NFT Twitter, most of those people are not only using aliases, they're using secondary accounts. They're not even tied to, what their Twitter life was before NFTs. They've created Twitters for their ape or for their whatever PFP they have. And this is a situation where, while there are so many benefits to anonymity, this one created a lack of accountability for what they were actually saying. And, the reality that, like, we all feel very close to each other. We feel like we've developed relationships, and that's true, but we don't actually know. It's like hard to truly verify. If the question is something about gender, then, you could generally like verify that with a phone call on Discord or something. But that's like the very surface level. Like that's not the issue. The issue is misrepresentation, as well as taking advantage of an image that doesn't belong to you. And I think there's a lot of complex layers. Like, if a man very earnestly, with good intentions, wanted to create a project to support females, about females, then, personally, I'm not sure there's anything wrong with that. But if you're telling us that you're a female, if you're not getting counsel from any females, like, then that's not, I wouldn't endorse that personally. So anyway, like, I'm not an expert in any of this. Again, all of this is hearsay. I'm sure it will be fleshed out over the days to come. But I just thought I'd come on and chat and maybe use it as an opportunity to talk about my flip challenge, which, was and is technically still green, in the green, but now I'm out. Oh, hold on. I just got a message. So, like, it's so funny because this space moves so fast and there's so much opportunity cost. And, like, literally when World of Women was under 0.1, I bought a Fame Lady for 0.25. Or like I bought a rare Fame Lady while it was down, thinking it had long-term potential. And I was like, this might be a medium-term flip, but I like this art. I've liked what I've seen from the project, and I went for it. Little did I know, that same 0.25 put into 3 or 4 World of Women would be worth like 4 ETH, Corso says, I like Fame Lady art better. And I do as well, which is why I literally, it's not like, oh, it was the same time I could have done World of Women. It's like, I literally wanted to invest in a female-led project, I should say, because I wanted to I wanted to give one to my fiance and get her involved, give her something to attach to. And we had looked at some Fame Ladies the night before, and World of Women was very new, and I was like, yeah, it just seemed like Fame Ladies was a good idea, so that's what I did. But as Corsa says, RIP. Jen says, I feel you. I was just in California to visit my mom and feel like 2 lifetimes in NFT land had passed me by. Yeah, a lot has happened this week. I mean, literally in the last week, we saw the Bored Ape Yacht floor go from like 9 to 16 up to 20, like 20. I don't know what floor apes are selling for, but I know that like generally it's like 16 to 30 for an ape, any ape. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Anyway, so I realized that, basically when I heard this news, I checked my Fame Ladies and I was like, should I take these offers? Like, should I sell my Fame Ladies? If this is true, I set up my wallet. So I hid everything in my wallet except for what I've purchased during this flip challenge. And I'm not sure I'm going to record as formally what I'd like to do is have a spreadsheet on the side and be like, this is what everything costs. This is where the resources came from. This is what I bought from the Flame of Purpose ETH that we received. This is what I bought from my own. My brother also gave me some ETH because he was like, I don't know anything about NFTs. Will you buy me something? And I was like, yeah, sure. So like, you can see that I put several. I put quite a lot of the Ethereum I had into community projects. Like I got my brother to. I bought this mug for myself. Then I bought one for Alex, and then I bought one more, and then I got my brother two. I actually did do a successful flip. I sold this. I sold this guy for 0.2. I sold it for 0.2 and I bought it for 0.09, which was great. But then I feel like I kind of did this wrong because then I bought back into the same project. I bought this guy for 0.19. But I could see that the project was on the way up, and I actually liked this lion more than the lion I had. So like, I'm also running into the problem of like, mentally, I wasn't prepared for how much I would want to hold. Like today, I listed both of these two NFTs, and like, I don't know where I guess the offer's expired. This had an offer of 1.15 that was just sitting there, and I like can't believe that I didn't take it. I even listed it for a minute because I was trying to get ETH for another project. The Fuck Render Crystals project. But then I was like, no, I don't want to leave that project. Same with the Pudgy Penguins. Like, this is the only one I have. So this flip journey is like, I'm not sure on the one hand, I feel like I don't need to have a fully formed opinion because it's more valuable to like document the process and just share the fractals of thought I have to try to share with you what it's been like for me. And like, hopefully over the course of whatever amount of time, whether it's 2 months or 5 years, like I can take this little bit of ETH that I started trading with and turn it into a VFriend or a CryptoPunk or whatever. But the reality is there's like a lot of mental games that go on with the flip beyond just the patience to hold. So I decided to hold these two. I did buy both of these. So I bought this one when I could have bought World of Women. So my first purchase was this for 0.25. Then I bought this 0.05, which has been amazing and has covered all my losses from Fame Ladies and more. If I wanted to sell it today, it would cover all my losses. Then I later bought this. These two are both community projects that I supported. I bought a Wiley Bear. This is also a community project I supported. This one, I don't know if it's going to flip. The floor is below what I paid. We'll see. And then this one, this Metaverse HQ is interesting. Actually, I bought it for half the price that it's currently selling at. So it could be a good flip, but it actually gives me access to a Discord server with like kind of flipping tips and like upcoming drops and like a community of people who are trying to make money flipping NFTs. So this one turned out to also be a great buy, a nice quick little 2x if I wanted to flip it, because they're buying. So you can see daily updates on the hottest drops, yada, yada, yada. I wasn't really sure about this, but then I saw it and it doubled pretty quickly. And I was like, well, let me check it out. So anyway, that's the kind of informal look at what I've been doing with the flip. But I want to do it a little more formally and have a spreadsheet, tally it all up. I mean, I think at this point I've spent 0.2, 0.25, 0.5, 0.7, 0.8, 1.2. Yeah, I think I've spent somewhere around 1.3, probably 1.4 with gas. And it's like, it's crazy. I spent like 1.4 with gas on 17 tokens. These 5 are not worthless, but they're not going to flip. Nobody's going to be buying these from me, at least not in the short term. But they give me a chance at winning some nice tokens. This I plan to flip. This one, it covers, like literally I could sell this and cover my entire flip investment so far, but it's doing so well that I want to hold. And it covers the absolute loss. These two went to total 0. So it's like, it's not a simple game. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and say hello. Oh my God. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. This is my dog. This is when we first saw our dog. And he's so fucking cute. And my fiance is in bed sending me pictures of our dog because oh my God, he's so cute. Anyway, I just wanted to share my thought, my feeling, my episode 0 of the Flip Challenge, which is, it's not just the money. I mean, I'm so grateful that I'm playing with money I can lose, because like globally, I'm over leveraged in the space. But in this specific exercise, I'm playing with money I can lose. So that frees me a lot, but I still am encountering just wave after wave of like emotional attachment, fear and doubt, uncertainty, like, over analysis, hesitation. And I imagine that to some degree that never stops, but that you create more benchmarks for what's a worthwhile investment. But I think a lot of it is also characterized by the simple fact that the speed of the NFT space right now concerns me a little bit. Like, I've watched. Thank you, Christy. Thank you so much. I like my haircut too. It was time. I've watched crypto long enough to know that like what goes up must come down. And when you go up this fast, it feels like down fast could be next. And I don't want to scare anybody. I recognize that, and I'm trying to determine if and how much profit I should take off the table just to, have some ETH should a great project arise, and also just have a bit more security. Like I know I'm like the VFriend guy. I know I'm like all about it, and it's true. But like if I took a 10 ETH offer on one of my tokens, my entire financial situation would be set. Like I would be able to pay off 85% of my debt, my entire student loan. I could pay off my credit card debt 10 times over. So it's like, these are real conversations that I wasn't even considering until now. I'm looking at the assets. Like I'm just looking at my wallet more as a flipping portfolio than a collecting portfolio. So I'm trying to be specific. I'm trying to be strategic. And this is sort of the preface to what will be an episode 1 to try to share with you all my process of flipping. And frankly, I'm not sure I'm very good at it, but I hope to get better as I go along. I've had a couple wins, had a couple losses, and I imagine that's just the way it goes. So that's my little late night update. Thanks for dropping in, everybody. If you didn't hear, the Avastar's free mint for VFriends holders is tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, and they're going to drop the link on Twitter. So I will probably be live streaming at that time, like watching their Twitter page. I just really want to be sure that nobody's using a fake link. So like, yeah, I'll post the link from Twitter, and hopefully everybody watching this stream gets one. Crazy to think that on the other hand, if I get a free Avastar tomorrow, that'll also cover the loss of my Fame Ladies, because I had invested about 0.36. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.